Hi, myself Gopal Chakraborty. Today I am going to discuss about Maxwell's equation for electric field and magnetic field. We will also discuss about the physical significance of each Maxwell's equations and also the Maxwell's equation for good conductor, time invariant field and for free space or vacuum. If you have any feedback, you can put your feedback at godphysics6@gmail.com. Maxwell's equations are fundamental equations concerning electromagnetic theory which hold good in relativistic as well as non-relativistic motions of the charges. All the phenomena of electricity and magnetism can be developed by using these four Maxwell's equations. So here are the four differential form of Maxwell's equation. You can see here. So the first equation is del dot D equals to rho by epsilon naught, or del dot D equals to rho, where E is the electric field, rho is the charge density, epsilon naught is the permittivity for free space and D is the displacement current. Second equation, del dot B equals to 0 or del dot H equals to 0. B is the magnetic field induction, H is the magnetic field intensity. Third equation, del cross E equals to minus of del B del T, or del cross E equals to minus of mu naught del H del T. So B equals to mu naught H. Fourth equation, del cross H equals to J plus del D del T, or del cross H equals to sigma E plus epsilon naught del E del T. J is the conduction current density and del D del T is the displacement current density. As J equals to sigma E is the vector form of Ohm's law, so we substituting that value and we will get del cross H equals to sigma E plus epsilon naught del E del T. So these four Maxwell's equations are the basic equation of electromagnetism. Now for free space or vacuum, this equation will change as there is no free charge. So the conductivity is 0, also the charge density rho will be equal to 0. So I will show you the Maxwell's equation for vacuum. So you can see here, these are the four Maxwell's equation for free space or vacuum. In case of time invariant field, the rate of change of displacement vector with respect to time is equals to 0, and also the magnetic field induction, change in magnetic field induction with respect to time will equals to 0. So we will get the Maxwell's equation are as follows. Okay, these are the Maxwell's equation for time invariant field. In case of good conductor, the charge density will be equals to 0 and the rate of change of displacement vector will be equals to 0. So we will get our Maxwell's equation for good conductor are as follows. Now one by one I will discuss the physical significance of each Maxwell's equation. To explain the physical significance of Maxwell's equation, first of all we have to derive up to a certain expression, then we will explain the physical significance of each expression. So here the first equation is del dot E equals to rho by epsilon naught. So first of all we take the volume integral on both sides, then we have to apply the Gauss divergence theorem which changes the volume integral to surface integral, and we will get integration of E dot dH ds equals to q by epsilon naught. So now I will explain the physical significance of this equation. So the Maxwell's first equation states the total normal electric flux through a closed surface equals to 1 by epsilon times total charge enclosed by the surface, which represent the Gauss's law for electrostatics. Now this equation also states that it's a steady state equation and it doesn't depend on time. It indicates that the charge density rho is a scalar quantity. This equation also represents that the electric lines of force are not a closed curve. The lines of force originates from the positive charges, which is source, and they terminate in the negative charges, which is sink. So this is the first equation and its physical significance. Now came to the second equation, that is del dot B equals to 0 or del dot H equals to 0. Again we take volume integral in the both sides, then we apply Gauss divergence theorem. So we will get surface integral B dot ds equals to 0. which states that net magnetic flux through any closed surface equals to 0. That means isolated magnetic poles doesn't exist. It always exists in a pair. This equation also represents a steady state equation independent of time, and it means the magnetic flux entering into a volume is equals to the leaving the same. There is no source or sink of magnetic flux in the volume. So this is the physical significance of Maxwell's second equation. Now came to the physical significance of third equation, which is del cross E equals to minus of del B del T. Now first of all, we have to take surface integral in both sides. Then we have to apply Stokes theorem, and which convert the surface integral to line integral, and we will get integration of E dot dl equals to minus of del del T surface integral of B dot ds. So B dot ds, that is equals to phi, that is flux, magnetic flux. So we will get E equals to minus of del phi del T. This equation signifies that an electric field is produced due to the change of magnetic flux with time. So it's a time varying equation and represent Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. The negative side in the right hand side of above equation signifies the truth of Lenz's law. Now this is the Maxwell's last equation, that is del cross H equals to J plus del D del T, where J is the conduction current density and del D del T is the displacement current density. So this is also a time dependent equation. This is the modified form of Ampere's circuital law, and it states that a changing electric field produces a changing magnetic field. Alternate production of electric field and magnetic field leads to the propagation of electromagnetic waves in a medium, and that's the physical significance of our Maxwell's fourth equation. So hopefully all of you have understand the basics and the physical significance of Maxwell's equation. Thank you.